Think about the last time you gathered with friends. Without anyone giving an instruction, you likely positioned yourselves to form a circle. We do this constantly. We arrange our living rooms around central tables, pull chairs up to backyard fire pits, and seek out rounded dining spaces in cafes. There is absolutely no strict architectural or physical necessity for conversations to happen this way. We could easily sit in straight lines or scattered squares and hear each other just fine. Yet the geometry of a room dictates its mood. A long rectangular table naturally creates physical distance and visual hierarchy. A round table instantly neutralizes the space. The environment feels safer, and eye contact becomes completely mutual. It is easy to assume this is simply an aesthetic preference or a modern interior design trend. The comfort we feel inside curved spaces actually stems from an ancient survival mechanism, still operating quietly within our modern nervous systems. For generations, human survival depended on small group cooperation. When the sun went down, dropping temperatures and unseen predators made the dark extremely dangerous. Humanity's mastery of fire provided a reliable way to hold back the night. It created a reliable safe zone. But to actually use it, humans had to organize themselves around a single, fixed physical point. A campfire's strict physical demands dictate seating. Everyone must sit equally close for warmth. But this geometry provided another enormous benefit. Every person can see their group while simultaneously monitoring the dark environment behind them, eliminating blind spots. That original ring of people was a highly efficient spatial tactic. It distributed a vital shared resource perfectly while keeping the collective guard up. This nightly arrangement physically removed the concept of a dominant leader. Around the campfire, there is no head of the table. That spatial equality shifts human behavior. When everyone occupies relatively equal spatial importance, interruptions decrease. The structure naturally encourages shared focus, allowing communal storytelling and cooperation to thrive. Over time, this specific structural dynamic scaled up from isolated campfires to serve as the blueprint for entire settlements, tribal camps, and village councils. Humans repeated this exact social geometry every single night for thousands of years. Eventually, the human nervous system became conditioned to link circular gathering patterns with a biological feeling of collective security and belonging. Long before we learned to stack stones or build walls, humanity constructed its first reliable shelter out of geometry. The circle was our earliest emotional architecture. Today, our physical and digital lives are heavily structured by rigid, linear layouts. We sit alone, facing flat screens, walk through gridded streets, and work in rectangular boxes. This layout is highly efficient for productivity, but it often leaves us structurally isolated. To counteract the formal, defensive feeling of sharp corners, modern architects frequently deploy curved lounge spaces to soften these environments and encourage organic interaction. Even partial circles work. Humans instinctively build semicircular spaces to satisfy our dual desire to see a shared focal point while remaining visibly connected to the rest of the crowd. We also deploy this shape to manage tension. During high-stakes negotiations, a rectangular table implies hierarchy. A round table entirely neutralizes visual dominance. Whenever we need to dismantle authority, ensure equal participation, and rebuild communal trust, we return to curved geometry. This instinct is most obvious when we step outside the city. Without walls or rigid rooms to direct our movement, we immediately fall back on our oldest spatial habits. People consistently report feeling deeply grounded during these outdoor gatherings. The open, collective focus acts as a sharp contrast to the specific exhaustion created by long periods of modern screen-based isolation. When we pull our chairs into a ring under the night sky, we are activating the oldest social technology on Earth. The circle serves as a deeply embedded neurological signal, telling the human brain that we are safe, we are equal, and we are together.
For more content like this, like and subscribe to our channel.